Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Kickstart with Kayla. I'm your host, Kayla Fahrner, and I'm so excited that you are here with me this week. If you haven't connected with me already, be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kickstart with Kayla. And if you have any inquiries, you can email me at kickstartwithkayla@gmail.com. Guys, guess what? We are back with guests this week. I have such a special guest. I have my sister. I'm bringing her back.
Hello, everyone.
And if you guys don't know, oftentimes when I have a guest on here, it's like a virtual call, but this is really special because we're actually together in person because I'm home right now for break.
Yeah.
I apologize for all of the background noises if you can hear them. We decided to go get ice cream and sit in our local parking lot.
Where all the truck people come.
Yes, where many people come to meet up. So I apologize for that. But no, I think this is a very special episode. I think that's really awesome because you haven't been on here in a really long
It's
time.
been a few months.
I think it was what, like episode 6?
Mhm.
Something like that, which is now this is I think episode 34, 33,
Wow.
something like that, which is crazy. Oh my gosh, there's so many cars. It's so funny because I've mentioned before that I always record my podcast in the car, and here I am at home in a car, but I'm actually in my sister's car. So I think that's so funny. Like our dad earlier was like, "Wait, where are you guys going to record?" And we're like,
The car.
"The car." So this is really funny. Lainey, how have you been?
I'm doing better this week, but this past month, well, not e well, this isn't just the start of the month. The past couple weeks have been very bad, and a lot has happened.
Do you want to elaborate?
Well, okay, so about 2 weeks ago, well, going on 3 weeks, I guess, um, there was something that happened, and I ended up in the hospital. I'm not gonna go into too many details about it, but, um, it was kind of a scary moment, and a lot of people were scared for me, and it made me realize how our problems that we're so worried about now really don't mean that much, and God has a plan no matter what, and, like, why be so stressed out about things that we can't even control?
Mm.
Like, God has control. When I was in the hospital, I was just praying, like, all night. I just felt so at peace. Like, it was just kinda, like, whatever, and, like, lately, I've been watching Bryce Crawford a lot. Who's a Christian, content creator,
Yeah.
if y'all don't know who he is. And I've been watching him a lot, and it's just, like, I just feel so at peace. Like, even though so much bad has happened, I just kinda feel, like, okay with it.
What drew you to kind of, in a way, like going to reaching out to God in the first place? Like what made you decide like this is what I need to do?
Well, I pray every night. I think I've mentioned this in something before. I pray every single night before I go to bed. And so, like, yeah, I do have a relationship with God,
Mhm.
but
What?
no, we're actually gonna move. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna do the
Wait, sorry guys, we had to move. There was some characters that were in that parking lot. We had a dip. Um, but ladies, okay, you were saying you pray every single night?
I do, yeah. And I was, I have a relationship with God, but it did feel kind of distant for a bit. And obviously, I was in a relationship that I'm not in anymore, and which is nothing bad happened, but it was just kind of made me feel farther away from God. And once this thing happened, this incident, I just it made me realize how I needed to be closer to Him. And like a week before this happened, I had like a weird encounter with God. Like, I was in my bed at night and I was just crying and I could just, like, feel him in my room.
What?
Yeah, like, I could just feel him in my room and I was just praying a lot and, like, I could just feel him. And I don't know, I've just felt, like, at peace.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, even though so much bad has happened, I just feel, like, fine.
That's amazing because I mean, it says in the Bible, like, God is the creator of peace, and so I think that's truly how you know that, like, that's him, like, that is his presence when you feel that sort of peace, like, I'm sure you've heard, like, God is not the author c of confusion, but the author of peace. Like that's what I think of when it comes to that.
Yeah, like, I know no and, like, I went to Young Life on Monday,
Uh-huh.
which I haven't been there in a long time, and it was, like, the most fun I've ever had in, like, a long time, and I just, like, felt good. Which, like, doesn't like, I just don't feel that way often.
Wait, just for in case somebody doesn't know, what is Young Life?
It's, a Christian, like, church group kinda that a lot of high schools do, but my high school has it, and we just hang out, talk about God. Like, this week we played pickleball and then got ice cream,
Mm.
but it's just I felt more at peace with it all. I went to my high school, and I saw some people that I hadn't seen in a while because all my classes are online,
Right.
and I just felt, like, good. Like, so I don't know, like, most of the time that stuff would give me anxiety, but it didn't. Like, I just felt good.
That's amazing. I think I mean, that's proof that how God can turn such a like a tragic situation and really use it for good.
Yeah, I agree. And, like, I've even been praying for people that are, like are my well, I wouldn't say my enemies, but people that maybe we're not on good terms
Okay.
right now, or we don't talk. Um,
Wow.
yeah, I just kinda feel at peace. There's this one girl on TikTok, I don't know the verse, like, word by word, but she says that whenever something happens, she just tells herself Isaiah 60:22. Which I can pull it up because I actually don't know, like, the exact words, but it was really good. Oh. "The least of you will become 1,000, smallest a mighty nation. I am the Lord, in its time I will do this swiftly." So kinda saying, like how she was putting it is, like, God will make it happen. Like, God will like, is so much bigger than what you think he is and, like, his problems. Like, she was saying how whenever something happens that doesn't go her way, then she just, like, tells herself that, like, Isaiah 60:20.
That's really good.
And I think that's a good verse to think about, um, because I feel like in my life, like, yes, I do have a good life, but I feel like I have really gone through a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Like, I like, I just I'll say it now because it happened 4 years ago now at this point. At 14, I was in a very, very toxic relationship that ultimately ruined my view on life, ruined my view of relationships, and even to this day, like, I still have some PTSD from that,
Mm.
and, like, I don't know, just I feel like I've gone through a lot, but I am still here, and it's just kinda crazy.
And I think that's for a reason. I mean, it's what your friend was saying, how, God woke you up for a reason. You know, he continues to wake you up for a reason, and there's gonna be sometimes where you may feel like, "Oh, this is the end," but he continues to wake you up, therefore, he's not done with you.
Like, I was thinking about this the other day. When I was about how old was I, 15? 15 or 16 when all this stuff was going on with that guy that I was saying was very toxic. And I remember telling myself, like, I would cry, like, every single day. Like, I was so depressed, like, it was awful. And I kept telling myself, like, the worst thing that's gonna happen today is you're gonna cry. Like, I was just trying to find, like,
Mm.
positives. And but now looking back at it, like, I'm so happy I went through that because now I understand, like, how it feels like, what I want in a guy, why, like, because of that experience, I did grow so much closer to God. Like, I don't regret it happening, and, like, now I feel so much stronger from it, you know? And now, like, whenever I see one of my friends with a guy that's like that, like, I know what, like, to tell them. Like, I can warn them about it.
So, ultimately, like, you don't like, you're thankful you went through that situation.
Yeah, I am. Now well, I mean, when I was in it, of course not.
No.
Like, when I was in it, like, I literally thought it was the end because, like, this was my first boyfriend ever, like, we were together for a long time, and, like, I thought it was the end. Like, it physically hurt me so bad. But now it's, like, nothing, like, I don't
Yeah.
even care about it.
And I think that's what a lot of times we forget about when we're in the middle of it is, like, this too shall pass.
Mhm.
And and, you know, one of the biggest ways that provides healing, I mean, obviously Jesus, but Jesus really uses time to make that healing happen. And I really just think about, I mean, I agree with you, like, there have been every sort of, like, struggle I've gone through, like, I'm so thankful that it happened, simply because I am now a better person because of it. Like, I have learned so much because of it and have grown, and I probably would not be the way I am today without those situations happening.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, sorry, I'm having really bad chest pain.
I just, like, I don't know, like, looking back at it, it's all, like, kinda crazy because like, truly in that moment, like, I thought it was the end. Like, like, so many people were worried for me, and, like, I would stress myself out so bad, like, I would barely eat. I would cry every day, and it was almost like one day I just woke up and was done. Like, it was just like, "Well, whatever." I mean, yeah, it took me a long time to get to that point, like, probably, like, a year to get to that
Yeah.
point to where I didn't care anymore. Like, even now, I'll hear stuff about him, and it's just like, whatever, like, I don't care. But, like, if that was me then, I would've, like,
Mhm.
taken me off the edge.
And how do you think that's affected you now? I mean, especially with, like, recent events that have happened, like, how do you think you have been able to react differently?
Um, I don't get as upset about things, like, I just know, like, yeah, it's gonna be okay. Like, it doesn't make me worried or, like, as stressed out as it did. Like, yes, I still get a little bit upset about stuff, but not nearly as much as I used to.
There's a verse that reminds me of that. I believe it's in Matthew 26. I need to look it up, but basically saying, like, do not worry. Like, whatever you have today, like, that is enough for you to worry about, and tomorrow, like, Jesus is still going to provide for you. Oh, yeah, it's in Matthew 6. Therefore I tell you, verse 25, therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life. Uh, wait, I'm actually going into here. Um, yeah, Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? And it continues to go on, but I think that's a really important thing is like, God has created so much outside of humans, right? And
Yeah.
he still provides for each and everything. Like, every sort of animal, every plant, like, he still provides, and they don't worry about, you know, "Am I going to be okay tomorrow?" and stuff, like, still always provides, and if he does all of that like, a tree, like, he definitely provides, if not more, for us. And I kind of see that as, like, our capacity compared to his. So I kinda see it as like a bar that we have every day, and we can only fill up a certain amount of the bar, like, that is our capacity, but God fills up the rest, so then therefore we are taken care of each and every day. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I was thinking, like, I don't know if I can say this, but this is something I, like, truly, like, she inspires me a lot, is Trisha Paytas.
Wait, really?
Because I know she's done some controversial things. But one thing about her is I don't know if y'all have seen, but, like, a few years ago, I don't know how long ago it was now, she would post videos of her crying on her kitchen floor saying how, because she was with, like, some abusive guy,
and stuff, and how she was saying how life is never gonna get better and all this stuff, and now she's married and has kids and, like, is happy, and, like, I just think it's crazy because, like, truly, like, in that moment, you think that it's the end, and you think that you have no purpose anymore, but then, like, you get so much better, like, literally, within a few years, she's, like, has her dream life. Like, she's someone I think about a lot. She's someone I think about a lot, honestly, like, isn't that kinda weird?
That
Like,
is.
she would literally post videos of her crying on the kitchen floor saying how this boy would not stop treating her so horribly and stuff, and how she didn't deserve love and all this stuff, and now she's, like, married and has 3 kids.
Wow. Wow, and I think everybody kinda has a story like that. Like, even if you haven't realized it yet, like, there are so many things that you have like, every person has gone through where you look back on it and you're like, "Wow," like, in that moment, that was awful, but I'm out of that situation now, and I think that's something that we take for granted is like, the actual realization that I am out of this situation, like and oftentimes it just kind of naturally happens over time, but I think that's truly where, like, Jesus is working, like, that is proof, like, he is moving in our lives, because I believe if he wasn't, like, we would just remain stagnant, like, we could possibly just remain in that situation, if we didn't have a higher power taking care of us.
I agree, and there's just so much crazy stuff that happens that I feel like proves God
Yes.
is real. Like, even with me, like, truly, I would have not been able to get out of that relationship without him. Like, a lot so much stuff, like, I would have not been able to do.
I mean, even what happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like, it's just so crazy to me now. And, like, another person is our cousin
Shout out.
who listens to this apparently. Like, she's someone else that I really, like, look up to when I think about, like I know I'm talking about relationships a lot, but, like, 'cause she went through such a hard relationship. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not gonna air out your business, Mason, but and now she's, like, getting married, and it's just, like, crazy to see.
It's crazy, and we've had this talks with her before about, like, Lainey and I, a couple years ago, the 3 of us were walking on the beach together, and we were all talking about, like, "Boy suck, da, da, da," but she was like, "Yes, like, I'm done, and da, da, da." And then just a couple months later, she ended up meeting her husband. Like, it was
Literally, like,
crazy.
a few months later.
Yeah.
And I remember we were saying how were scared of boys with J names, and then her husband is named after the J.
And
Yes.
he's awesome, like, he is so good for her,
Yeah.
and I think God just really blesses us all the time, I don't think we realize that.
Like, it's just so it's, like, so weird.
It's so crazy, and I think one thing that blows my mind even more is when you realize that he answered a prayer of yours.
Yes.
Like, have you had that before where you're just like,
Yes.
"Whoa."
Yes.
Like, I think that's so cool, and also it just makes me question, like, if if you were praying to something, like, and you don't know what it is, but it happens, like, who would you credit that to? Like, I genuinely can't think of an answer, like, it just has to be Jesus, like, I just only see God it only ha is the only one that has that authority to, move those mountains, and it just really blows my mind.
Oh.
But,
Yeah, it's pretty weird to think of that.
it is. This makes me so happy that we're hanging out together because I remember like, the other week, like, I prayed nonstop about you because I just wanted you to be okay, and like, I was scared, and in the moment, I didn't know what was gonna happen, but it's just, like, it's been such a like, honestly, like, from what I've seen, just such a big change in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I honestly do feel so much better. Like
Like, you said
relief.
more at peace, like you said.
Yeah. Like, I've been watching a lot of Bryce Crawford, so I don't know if that's helped. But, like, I don't know, I just feel better.
Yeah.
Like, even though all this stuff is happening, like, I've lost someone. I mean, they're not dead, but they're out of my life now. And, like, just so much crazy stuff. But, like, I still feel fine.
I know, like Like, I think that is so cool, and, for anybody that really isn't I would say, like, giving their situations to Jesus, like, what would you say to them?
I would say you need to give your situation to Jesus because I wouldn't do that. And it would just make me panic and like freak out over everything and just feel so negative about life.
Yeah.
Like, I would text my friends all the time, literally, like a few weeks ago, how he just hated life. There was nothing to look forward to, and there was just no point to life.
We were texting about that.
Yes. Like, well, yes, there are times I still feel that way, but like, now I know, like, yes, there's so much unknown, but, like, that's exciting. Like, literally, the other morning, I was in the bathroom getting ready, and I was just excited because I was like, "I don't know what's gonna happen." I don't know, I was excited
Yes,
about it.
and that's the thing, like, yes, it's so nice when you have, like, plans for the day, like, you know what you're going to do, but also just the idea of, like, there's so much room for opportunity to happen today.
Like, no, I was thinking more, like, in the future.
Or in future too, but, like, even just during the day.
Cause I'm going to college next year, and I was thinking about, like, all the new people I'm gonna meet at college, like, all this stuff, like, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where I'll be in 10 years, but it's kind of exciting. Think about.
Yeah, I know, and I think that's why God continues to wake you up every day, like, He still has these opportunities, these blessings that He's working on, but He hasn't given to you yet, which, like, the yet part is so cool.
Power of yet.
I know, the power of yet, because yet, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, it just hasn't happened yet, and I think that's awesome.
And, like, God is gonna put you in the right path, like, he's not gonna hurt you.
No.
Like, and I feel like a lot of people think, like, "Oh, God's doing this stuff to me that's so painful," but he's not, he's leading you in the right direction.
Yeah, and also too, I oftentimes hear people say, like, like, if God wanted to put me in the right direction, if He wanted me to be on a good path, like, why is He allowing these certain things to happen to me? And I also believe that, yes, like, God is a gracious God, He is a fair God, but we also have to remember, like, the enemy is real. F
Honestly, I think that if a lot of bad things happen to you, that means you, do have a firm foundation in God because
Yes.
you're being attacked.
Oh my god.
You reposted it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
I know what you're talking about.
I saw this TikTok and it was like saying how how people were turning to Satan and how their life just got so great and how they had
Yes!
trouble and he was like, "Well, of course your best friend is not going to talk crap about you," or something like it was something like that. Like, of course your best friend's going to be on your side. Of course Satan's going to be on your side.
Yes, like, yeah, it was a video, it was about, like, oh, you have a friend that's like, "Yeah, ever since I stopped, like, following Jesus and, like, I stopped becoming a Christian, like, my life has been so good, like, it's been so fun," and it's like, "Yeah, girl, it's because you pick sides with the enemy, like, of course, you're not going to get attacked by the enemy because you're on his side."
Exactly.
But I saw another video,
And all that leads to is just emptiness.
yes, um
Like Bryce Crawford, I know I've been watching him so much. He said how he's talking to this guy who had really good stats, like got into his dream school, and he was saying how he could hook up with any girl he wanted, but he was so miserable. Meanwhile, Bryce is broke as I think at the time he didn't have a girlfriend. And is poor living in LA, but he's so much happier than that person because he has God in his life
yeah,
and that person doesn't.
yeah, like, it's such a big change, and I don't think and you're not gonna understand that until you actually step foot into the kingdom. Like,
Yeah.
you actually say yes to Jesus, you're not gonna know that because you are so blinded by what the world has to offer you. Like, that is the only thing you see, again, because you are on the side of the enemy. But I found this TikTok I reposted, and it was a
It's the one I like too.
this one?
Yes.
Yes, when you're experiencing spiritual warfare, but you realize the enemy wouldn't attack you if you were a threat, which I think, like, yes, like, we are like, the enemy considers us a threat because we have Jesus on our side. Like, it's not like, oh, like, it's we are a threat because we are us. No, like, literally, our creator, like, ruler over like, the whole kingdom, like, he is on our side, and he has already won.
Yeah. Like, it's weird to think about. But, like, it's so true because you do see these people that don't follow Jesus, and it seems like their life is so, like,
Yes.
great and fun, but whatever. But they're probably some of the most emptiest people.
And I know, and I think also too, that's when social media becomes dangerous because you only see the highlight reels of somebody's life, and there are many times where certain people's lives, it's like, wow, they look like they're having the time of their lives all the time, but in reality, there's definitely so many, like, dark places that they are just hiding from their social media, which, like, I mean, I think we are all guilty of that, unless you are very vulnerable and raw with your accounts, but many people are not, and so I think that's really where it is really dangerous because there are those places where people do hide what they're truly feeling, what they're truly going through, um, but yeah, I mean, have you noticed since you really dedicated your life to Christ that the enemy has tried to attack you more?
Yes, because I got baptized in
2021.
2021, and that was right before all this crazy stuff happened.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm so serious. Literally, all this crazy stuff that has happened after I got baptized. All of it. None of it before that, no, nothing. I was fine.
So, but would you do it over again? I mean,
Yeah,
you would?
yeah.
And why?
Because I know God is there. Like, I'd rather be a follower of God than a follower of Satan.
Yeah, like a follower of the world, yeah. But again, it's like people aren't gonna understand that until they've just experienced it for
And,
themselves.
well, and I know, like, this might scare people. Like, oh, I don't want to follow God because then all this bad stuff is going to happen.
But no, like, I genuinely think there is a sort of joy that you cannot get anywhere else, and I think and regardless, I mean, we also I think we have to point out that even if you are living in the world, you're still gonna deal with struggles and different things, but, as a follower of Christ, you understand that that is actually just sin, and you can kind of see what its true identity actually is,
Yeah.
because you are no longer in it. I was talking to my friend the other day, and she was talking about, like, having a sinful nature, and her other friend was like, "You you have been saved by Jesus, like, you have been washed clean, like, you no longer have a sinful nature. Yes, you will still sin, but that is not your nature to do so." And so I think I think that's something we forget too, is that, like, when you accept Jesus as your savior, like, you are washed clean. Like, all of your sins, that is no longer your identity, and I'm so thankful for that, and I'd much rather have the identity of a follower of Jesus than a follower of this world that is temporary, that I don't have eternal life. I have not been saved from my sins, and I'm going to have to face, the punishment for that.
Yeah, I agree. I just, and like, when I see people sinning, it bothers me,
Mm.
which shows that God is there.
There's conviction, yeah.
Like, it bothers me. Like, when I see these people posting, like, oh, I'm out drinking, I'm out smoking, oh, out doing whatever, it makes me feel like bad, like gross.
Mhm.
Like,
But
ew.
yeah, and I think that's also a good point to recognize that that's when you just really need to pray for them. Like, those people like, people that you see struggling with sin are the people that you need to be praying for, whether they're your op, your best friend, whatever their relationship is to you, like, those are the people that truly. I mean, everyone needs prayer, but they really do because they don't understand that they do.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I think we need to start heading home, but,
Yeah.
um but Lainey, I'm so happy we got to do this. This was such a good
Yeah.
conversation, and thanks for coming on here and, being vulnerable about your past and, the things you're dealing with, and I just pray that there's somebody listening on the other side that truly needed to hear what you had to say and that this did help them this week.
Thank you. And feel free to contact me on Instagram.
Yes.
I'll give you my Instagram. It's Lainey, Fahrner. If you DM me, I'll try to look at it.
Yes. Well, guys, I hope this helped kickstart your week, and I will see you all next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.